What up, guys? Today we're going to talk about Kaiju number 8. Now, if you like Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, Godzilla type of movies, King Kong, this is the manga for you. This is awesome manga. I started reading it a couple of weeks ago, or something like that, really 2 or 3 months ago. And I decided, why not make a channel about Kaiju number 8? Now, we're going to do it we're going to do 3 chapters at a time. And then all the way until I catch up to the chapters, then I'll do just one video dedicated to that one chapter. But for now, let's just talk about chapter 1 through 3. Now, it starts off like any other manga, like My Hero Academia, Attack on Titan. The main character would basically wants to be a hero, or really he wants to be a soldier, a warrior that kills these monsters. Now, I can't remember the name of what they're called. I'll let you know. It would be somewhere around here. But he wanted to be one, but he can't, only because he doesn't have the ability, kind of like my hero does. He doesn't have the ability to be one. He took the test. They do a test every year to be one, but he wasn't able to pass it because he's one of the only few people in the world, or more like in that state. I think it's stated in the world, because this whole kaiju attacking stuff is all over the place. So it's not just in Japan, it's all over the world. Let's get more deeper into it. Alright, the main character, what he does is he does the aftermath, the cleanup of the monsters when the actual soldier that fights against the kaijus kills it or whatever. Alright, well, there's a cleanup crew that does it. That cleans them up, dissect them, cut them up, take them to labs, others dispose of them properly. Kind of like garbage people, garbage men, but a little bit more. They got way more to work with. They know the biology of kaijus and other stuff like that, so they know how to cut them up, because different kaiju has different body types, skin, and all these other things. So, okay, he does that. So he cuts up, the monster is dead. He cuts the monster up, him and a whole other group, they chop it up, whatever they do, clean it up so the city won't have maggots and other things. And also, doing this could sometimes lead to kaijus coming back to life, because kaiju just have weird anatomy. You watch Godzilla and any other monster movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, so he does all this stuff. So the next thing he do, they doing this, alright, there's a newcomer that comes in. He also wants to be a monster hunter, alright, so he gets into that position. He gets into that job, the cleanup crew, because he heard from the last test that they did a few years ago that they had to know the anatomy of a monster. Makes sense. How you gonna know? How you'll be able to kill a certain monster if you don't know the anatomy of them or their weaknesses, right? All right. So he does that. So, since the main character been in that business for quite some time, he is kind of their boss puts him under him, like, hey, he's under you. Show him around. He wants to be a monster hunter or whatever. Show him around. Show him how to do this and that, and then so. Alright. The guy, the kid, which you would think would be kind of like the main, isn't. Sort of, kind of. But anyway, the guy, the kid, says, hey, I'm only going to be here for a little while. So, I want to be a monster hunter. I don't want to be doing this. So, just show me around a bit so I can get what I need to get and get on to the test. The main character be like, hey, take this seriously. And also kind of hates him, like, a monster. He hates that he wasn't able to be a monster hunter ever since. Because apparently he didn't know you can take the test again. No, you can only take the test, I think, once or maybe twice. But it's an age limit. Kind of like how the military, there's an age limit. Apparently there's an age limit. But apparently they changed that over the years. But the main character is 33, 34, something like that. Now, the age limit where you can't take the test, it used to be apparently like once you turn 20 something or whatever, if you're not a hunter, you can't become one. Because I guess it's too late for you, I guess, something like that. But they moved it to where it's like you can take the test even in your 30s, around at least 35. So I know he's not 35, so he can at least be 35 and take the test. So he didn't realize that the kid told him that, but he was like, I gave up being a hunter because I couldn't. The hunters wear a certain suit to kill kaijus. That suit gives them like not superpowers, but they give them superhuman abilities where they can fight against these monsters. So, but the body also has to have like, it's some sort of ability that the body also has to have. You gotta at least be able to do 10% of the body suitability, which most people can. That's what they say. But do this and do that, and he shows them around. And so now they're getting inside and dissecting and cleaning up the monster. Now keep in mind, the monsters are big, like at least city block levels, like 3 or 4 city blocks levels. Alright, so they say, hey, go clean inside I can't remember. Basically, they gotta clean inside the butt. They gotta cut it up and stuff. Alright, the most disgusting part or so, they get disgusted or whatever, and the guy tells them, hey, you should be a hunter if that's what you always wanted to do. The main character like, I can't. I took the test already, I couldn't do it. And that's when he told him about the test and all. I told you all that to tell you that's how he finds that out. Alright. Out of nowhere, a monster comes and just attack. And the kaiju don't know what type. It's not really stated what type of kaijus they are. It does, but doesn't. It's weird. We'll get more into it. But a kaiju comes out of nowhere. The main character pushed the kid out of the way, and he says, get out of here. You wants to be a hunter when you grow up. And he was like, what about you? He was like, well, you're gonna be a hunter. You can't die here. We were like, what about you? I can't just leave you here to die. He was like, it's fine. I gave up my dream. So he was gonna fight the monster. Obviously, it didn't go well. But then the kid comes out of nowhere and says, hey, I'm gonna come help you too. It was like, I want to be a monster. I want to be a monster hunter. So, what would it look like if I just run away and let you die here? Alright, so they both try to fight it. It doesn't end well for both of them. They both get badly wounded and guts spilling out and all this other stuff until the monster die. So they shoot up. The monster hunters come and shoot the monster up. And that's it. Alright, then the hospital, they're like, what happened? Well, that's when they both realized, hey, one of the monster hunters came and saved us. And so, right when he was doing that and they was talking and they were like, we'll both become hunters, you can still do it, they pushed the age limit. And he was like, I think I can do it. And he was like, looking at this kid, I think I can try it again. So they're talking, having a good old time, and then that's when this little spirit monster kaiju comes and just say, found you. Opened his mouth like some weird type similar to it. But it's just like he opened the mouth and goes in and possesses him. So but he does it and then he transforms into this big monster of well, not big. He transforms into a humanoid kaiju monster. And he just like, what the heck? The guy next to him like, dude, what do you look like? Look at you. We're like, I don't know. So basically, they gotta say like, we gotta get out of here before the monster, other people start coming, and then they call the monster hunters to come kill us or to kill you. And he was like, yeah, let's do that. All right, we run. So they run out of there, and basically he's just freaking out the whole time. Bodies transforming to different things and stuff gushing out of his body. It's weird. It's just like he doesn't know what's going on with him. So he doing all that things. And then out of nowhere,